Good morning from Almaty, Kazakhstan. It's our second full day here and it's early in the morning. It's 6 a.m. and we are about to leave for our day trip. Today is going to be a very long day because we have to cover more than 300 kilometers. The plan for today is that we are going to go and see some beautiful lakes and also a canyon. But like I told you, it's quite far away from Almaty. So we are just going to leave as quickly as possible because the hotel breakfast starts at 6:30 and it's 6 a.m. So yesterday we had asked our hotel to pack some picnic breakfast for us. So we are just going to pick that up and then leave for the road trip today. So we've been out on the road since 1.5 hours now, and we have stopped at this petrol pump for filling gas and also for having breakfast. So like I told you, our hotel had packed us some picnic breakfast for us. So we had some sandwiches, some eggs and coffee. Till now the journey has been quite good, very smooth. On both sides of the road we've mainly seen vegetation fields and of course the mountain covered with snow that we've been seeing even from Almaty. We still have around 150 kilometers left to cover, but because we are on the highway and there isn't a lot of traffic and the roads are very good, we have been driving at more than like 120 kilometers per hour speed. So I think in another 1.5 hours we should be at our first destination. So after another hour of journey, we have arrived at Black Canyon for a quick stop. So as you can see behind me, there's this canyon and then there's also a river flowing underneath. I think that river is called Charyn River. The landscapes in the last half an hour have been quite interesting. The mountain ranges that you see behind me, that green mountain range that has been a constant companion, and also the other mountain range that is covered with snow. So they are making a nice contrast, and the road has been very good. There are hardly any other vehicles on the roads, and often we are coming across a group of horses grazing and then group of cows. Over here there are some tourists of course, but yeah, there's a small cafe here in case if you want to just stop for some time and have something to eat. And I think this canyon is part of the canyon called the Charyn Canyon. So the Charyn Canyon is something that we are going to see today as well. It's part of our itinerary for today. we are at the next stop, which is KOLSAI Lake that you see behind me, and this lake lies in the KOLSAI National Park, and there are actually three lakes here. Lower KOLSAI, Upper KOLSAI and Middle KOLSAI. So this is Lower KOLSAI Lake, and this is at an altitude of 1800 meters, and the Upper KOLSAI Lake is at an altitude of 2600 meters. And from the Upper KOLSAI Lake, actually Kyrgyzstan border is just 6 kilometers away, so it's very close to the border. And we've parked our car there, and we just had to walk like 500 meters, and then you can get the first glimpse of this lake from here. And there's also a wooden pathway that's built, so you can go all the way down to the lake. So I think we'll just walk down till close to the lake, and I can see people are also boating in the lake, so we'll go and see what all options are there. But yeah, it looks very scenic with all the pine trees and the snow-clad mountain making the backdrop. So now we'll just go down and get a little closer to the lake.
Hello Liza, how do you do? I'm writing you a letter, I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me. I'm still kicking around here in Tennessee. I heard you got a new place, I heard you got a new job, I heard you got a haircut, and it looks real nice.
So it's another like 500 meters to go to this lake, and KOLSAI 2 lake is 8 kilometers away, and you'll have to do a small trek to reach that lake. And then KOLSAI 3 is again a few more kilometers ahead of KOLSAI 2 lake. So what people generally do is they, in case if they want to see all the three lakes, then they stay the night over here, because hiking till the second and third lake, it takes time. So in case if you're coming here for a day trip, then KOLSAI Lake 1 is what you can see.
I heard you got a new place, I heard you got a new job, I heard you got a haircut, and it looks real nice. Are you ever lonely? Do you ever think of me? I heard you got a new man, I hope it treats you right. And before you toss this letter away, there's something that I've got to say. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no. When the world turns ugly, we turn inside, try to find a good thing.
So we walked few steps to reach this point, and there is a wooden pathway that is built all around the lake, so you can walk as much as you want. And in case if you are interested in doing boating, then you will have to walk all the way to somewhere over there. From there boating is happening, and you'll have to pay I think 5,000 tenge, and you'll get a boat for 40-45 minutes, and it's a self pedal boat. You'll have to like pedal it yourself, and you can take it around the lake. There are just a couple of boats that I see out on the lake currently, but yeah, it's a beautiful lake with a backdrop of the snow-clad mountains and the green pine trees on the other mountain ranges, and a very quiet and peaceful lake.
All my friends tell me she's the one that got away, but you never left me like a ghost you stay. There's nothing else worth thinking of when you find the one you love. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no.
It says here that the lakes of KOLSAI, they were formed after earthquakes as a result of landslides in 1887, and here they have given a map of the entire route. So the length of the route is 13 kilometers in total, which covers all the 3 lakes, and the upper KOLSAI is at an altitude of 2650, which is the highest lake from where I told you Kyrgyzstan is 6 kilometers away, and its depth is 24 meters, and the depth of this lake, which is lower KOLSAI, is 57 meters, so it's quite deep. So at the parking area you will find a lot of these small shops where you can grab something to eat, have tea, coffee. There are like 5-6 shops, and I think there's also a cafe, and you can sit here with a nice view of the lake, relax, and yeah, just enjoy the pleasant weather over here. We bought a cappuccino, coffee and 1 tea, and we paid I think 1000 tenge. And when you're coming to this side of the country, then do make sure that you carry cash, like even for using washrooms over here. And at the other point where we had stopped, they were charging 100 tenge in cash. This part of the country is being developed, is in the process of being developed for tourism, so you wouldn't find a lot of like fancy hotels or restaurants, so make sure that you carry some food with you in case if you don't find anything to eat, and you might not find veg options on this day, so make sure that you carry some fruits, some sandwiches, and just some, you know, light snacks along with you, and of course like carry cash. And now I think we are going to go to this village called the Saty village. So a lot of people, what they do is they stay in Saty village. Again, there aren't like fancy hotels in that area, but you can stay with families, local families, as a guest, as their guest, and for the night. So what people do is, instead of doing a day trip to this part of the country, they come here, explore the lakes, and then stay in Saty village, and then explore the canyons the next day, and then they return to Almaty. We finished lunch at this small restaurant, and luckily they had some good options. There were like 3 chicken options and 1 vegetarian pulao. If you're coming with a tour operator, then make sure that you inform them about your food preferences in advance, so accordingly they'll bring you to a restaurant where you have options. So let's say if you're a vegetarian, they'll get you to a similar restaurant where you have at least 1 vegetarian option. So all in all, a decent enough lunch at this place, and now we are going to go to see the second lake, which is Lake Kaindy.